We're now live and we're recording. We have our next game in the 11 Table Tennis Australian tournament, which was meant to be for 2023, but it's getting into 2024. We have Tosh.OZ, who is our next champion. Tosh, if you want to look at the camera ever, I am behind you. I don't know if you can see me. There you go. And we have our champion from the other day, AMusician. How you feeling, AMusician?
Yeah, feeling pretty good.
Cool. It's going to be a pretty straightforward game. No handicaps now. Both of these guys are in the Pro League of 2,500 and above. So, yeah, when you guys are ready, feel free to take it away. First to 3 points. Good luck.
Sure. Okay.
Rightio, I get to stay
Good.
muted for this one because I don't have to remind people about the handicap. So it'll be pretty easy to judge this, and it should be a pretty quick game. So if you are watching the stream, feel free to say hello. We're streaming here for the first time in a while. But this will be up on YouTube for anyone to watch. We've got some pretty professional game. We've got Tosh.OZ, who's just coming in straight away attacking. AMusician is a great returner, as we saw last time. We'll see how Tosh goes attacking.
Nice.
So we've got AMusician on 1. Oh, I spoke too soon. We've got AMusician on 2 now. And we've got Tosh on 5. Tosh is we're looking, what I've seen from Tosh is a great attacker. But AMusician is a great returner as well. So already even, or back up to even, 5 points each. Tosh in the lead only by 1. Back to even. I think these two players have two very different styles, but at the moment they're working well against each other. Tosh looks like he wants to just get it over and done with. $6.9, nice. Let's see if AMusician can bring it back. There we go, Tosh with the first. Don't have to call it match or round, but I suppose with the first half of a point. You can see just from looking at the back, Tosh loves that left side. Where AMusician is fairly centered from looking at this angle. Oh, okay, some nice spin there. Getting up there, AMusician coming even. AMusician's now in the lead. Maybe not for long. 2 points in the lead is a pretty common thing. We're back to even now. I spoke too soon, but it was inevitable. AMusician 2 points in the lead. Oh, nice net shot there from AMusician. AMusician takes out that point. Whoever gets this one will get a point for their first game. Moving on, I like to think about this. These people now 2,500 and above as professionals, the ones who are really hard to beat. So we might see some interesting games yet to come over the next few weeks. Tosh just attacking there constantly. AMusician just keeping it nice and simple, but we do see him attack sometimes. He likes his side spin. I think Tosh really wants this point. Really going for it. But it's a pretty common thing. We see people getting more aggressive as games go along. And we'll see if Tosh is a person to warm up to a game. AMusician in the lead by 1. I changed my mind. Some net shots there, but just didn't quite work. But I'm sure they weren't intentional. Ooh, a wide shot there by Tosh, but just missed the edge. AMusician coming in with some of those cheeky little net shots. I think he's done 2 or 3 of them now. Is AMusician going to take out the first point? Or is Tosh going to come up and get this? There we go, AMusician on the first point. Well done, guys, in your first game. AMusician has 1 point.
Nice.
Carry on. I was going to take note, but I've lost my pencil. Oh well, you guys don't need to hear me whinging about that. I'll write it in the chat. Make sure my mic's muted yet. We'll see how we'll see Tosh's approach to attacking now. It's a new round where I always find people calmer at the beginning, whereas AMusician is just staying calm and level-headed through all the games we've seen him play. Just return like a motherfucker. But both great players that I couldn't beat. I played a game with AMusician last night and I lost every one of them. AMusician ahead by 2. Some of those nice wide or just moving the ball around the table works well. Lovely edge shot there by Tosh, right at the back, which can be awkward to try and hit if you're right near the table. Tosh really delivering some speed here to AMusician, but he's returning most of them, but just hit out. Just missed that one a tiny bit. Throwing away a point there. Tosh in the lead. Will he get one more or will he take it to sudden death? Really going for those attacks. There we go. So Tosh has won the first set in this game. Both his backhand and forehand. Hello, Jono. They're live this time, mate. You can add to the commentary I'm doing. But I feel like I shouldn't commentate on these guys because they're much better than I am. Tosh in the lead by 3 with a total of 4. This might be Tosh's game. He's in ahead by 1. Won the first set within this game. Brutally attacking AMusician here, but AMusician just calmly returning these. Yeah, exactly, Jono. Both quality players, and the matches are very, very tight as well. So they're although the score's 2-7, the past matches have been very, very tight. It's hard to see what grip these people are doing now because the avatar's not on this version I've got. Rightio, so we have Tosh on 1 point, we have AMusician on 1 point. We potentially have 3 more games to go, guys. Well done on both. Let's keep going. So both back to even. Yeah, both above their elo. Let me just make sure I'm muted. That'd be the worst. Both very challenging players, but as I was saying at the beginning, each of them had their own style, but still can manage to go against each other. Where Tosh is just smacking poor AMusician, poor Tosh is just getting them returned back to him like it's nothing. AMusician on 6, Tosh on 2. That wide shot finally worked for Tosh. He tried it before, but didn't manage to make it. Oh, some great returns there. Yeah, both of them are. We've seen some great side spins there from AMusician before when he pulls them out in very strategic places. We're seeing some really nice shots by both of them. So Tosh has managed to break even and come up ahead by 1 point. I spoke too soon. It's now even. Even again. Yeah, I completely agree with you, John. There's some great use of the table there and doing some really awkward for their opponent, but awkward shots across the table or the corners. Rightio. So AMusician has taken that first one out. I think, yeah. Just got to double check. But neck and neck, yeah, it is. I think they're very, very well matched for each other. And this is the first game that we're not doing handicaps because all our opponents now are over the 2,500 mark. He's a good player. I said at the beginning, Jono, that I played him last night. We had a chat after the game, and I think he won all of them. Just his returns. He just returns everything. As his opponent last night said, this guy returns everything. Alright, I know when I play Tosh, I miss the ball half the time. It's going that fast past my head. Oh. So AMusician now climbing up. I always think that when your opponent hits that 8 or 9 mark, it's hard to bring it back up if you're quite below them. I always think mentally that 8, 9 point mark gets a little bit scary. And yeah, I think the next opponent's coming up as well. So hang on, both of them have a point now. So whoever wins this game gets another point. I think when you hit 2,500, you've found your little niche and you found what you're good at, and you've got your little trick up your sleeve that gets people. Where I always, not that I'm above 2,500 or even close to it, I like to dick people about and do. Holy shit, that was one of the fastest matches I've seen. Oh no, Tosh throwing a point away there. Some great, some really, really good backhand from Tosh, we can see. In these games, really favouring that left side, but still managing to reach that right forehand side. Like that. I've got no idea, Jono. Jono just said, I think both of them play in real life. I'm pretty sure from the way Tosh is standing, we're getting a better view of Tosh here, obviously, because of our angle. But it looks like Tosh has that really formal and strict method of playing. Rightio, that was game 3 done. We have Tosh on 2 points, AMusician on 1. If Tosh.OZ wins this next game, he's moving up. But we'll see if AMusician can come through and get even. Good luck, guys. We're seeing very, very strict positioning here from Tosh, just with his serves, giving those backhand serves, but we've also seen it go across the table or just straight forward in front of him. Hard to predict where his serves are going. Unlike me, who's just a monkey playing this game. Yeah, the pendulum style serves. That's what I should have said. You should come on and commentate with me, Jono. However, next game is Jono, so get keen for that, guys. We'll see. Will we see Jono take out? Will we see Jono take out AMusician or Tosh? Which one will it be? I didn't need to commentate. I've been late. I've been a bit slack and haven't uploaded the competition, but yeah, you can see it before. We'll see how you go. Don't talk too soon, Jono, and say you'll get out. You're a higher rank than both of these players. We're seeing really even scores here from both of them. We'll see if there's a bit of a split off, or if because it's a very vital round for both of them. If Tosh wins, he moves on, but if AMusician wins, he's even again. So I think this is probably going to be one of the hardest rounds, the most tense rounds, because it's something for both of them to lose. Oh, some great attacks there. Yeah, it is a very, very close game. We've seen some outliers where a few of them may have been stuck behind, like an 11-5 game or something like that, but it is... Don't have the old things there, and I forgot to update the score as well. Tosh winning game 3. That's correct. Tosh won game 3, didn't he? I think he did. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jono. Yeah, the handicap... I don't think there would have been one. Both of them are thanks, my memory's horrible. But I think the handicap would have just been very useless here. But we've got Tosh, who won that one. Yeah, so if Tosh wins this next set of 11, or first to 11, or whatever you want to say, match, he's moving on to the next game. But AMusician is coming up in the lead. We have seen AMusician will stay really, really level-headed in the past, even with fairly high handicaps. I think yesterday we saw a handicap of 8 and I think he managed to push through that even. So he can stay level-headed, and that's the thing I think I said last game as well. That's one of the things that I've seen the players go really well if they stay level-headed. If they ignore the score completely, almost, even when it's like 8-1. Yeah, the players who can get through those high handicaps or the high point difference, they don't change their playing. So they've started off with good playing, and they're going to keep it good playing, which I think which I'm sure both of them here have proved here. Both of them are great players and going to stay level-headed. I know that's a big weakness of mine, almost throwing the game if someone gets 4 or 5 points above me. Having a large score difference can be motivation or a downfall to people, depending on how they take it. AMusician almost winning this. Oh, there we go. So neck and neck as well. A very, very even game. If AMusician wins this, it's even. But if Tosh wins this next set, he's moving on to the to verse Jono here. Yeah, round 3. So I should say that this is game 4, round 3. My terminology's all over the place. Thanks, Jono. So Tosh in the lead by 3 points. He's climbing. Very nasty in a good way. Very nasty edge shot there from Tosh. AMusician just getting a little bit wide for him. This may be the Tosh victory, moving up. AMusician throwing away points here. We've seen AMusician get back from an 8-point handicap, which is now, can he get 6 points? Oh, lovely reach there from AMusician. AMusician climbing up, but we'll see if he can make it. Only 6 points away. Oh, 1 more point for Tosh and he's done it. And there we go. Tosh will be moving up to the next match. That was a very tight game, boys. We've been joined by Jono, who's watching on the edge of his seats. Jono will be your next opponent, Tosh. So if you've got any words for Jono now, if you want to smack talk him before he gets into it.
I want to surrender now. I never win, Jono.
Well, thanks for playing, guys. AMusician, you did great. Tosh, congratulations on moving up. Stay tuned for the next game, guys. See ya.